There's two different ways that a sale of business can take place. One is an asset sale. So an asset sale is when a buyer sets up their own corporation and they buy all the assets and goodwill of the seller's corporation. And when they do that, the seller's going to end up at the end of the day or on the day of closing, basically with a shell of a corporation. So why do asset sales take place? Well, it's kind of the easy way for a buyer to reduce their liability. If they bought the extra stock in the seller's corporation, they're inheriting all the known and unknown liabilities that occur with that. Now, you take major corporations that buy other major corporations. They have a team of advisors, a team of financial people, a team of attorneys that are going through everything to see all the liabilities that could take place. This is kind of like the cheap man's way of reducing those liabilities because they're just buying the assets and the goodwill. And that includes the DBA, the doing business as name, the fictitious name. Everything kind of stays the same in the public's eye. It's just that the buyer is setting up their own corporation, buying the assets and goodwill of the seller's corporation. So it reduces that liability situation. It also is typically a little bit less expensive from hiring attorneys, both for the buyer and the seller, because they are not doing a stock sale. But sometimes you do need to do a stock sale. Let's say that the seller has a lot of contracts in place, and instead of the buyer having to go back to all those clients and getting those contracts re-signed, it might be easier for the buyer to actually buy the seller's corporation and inherit all those contracts. So that'd be one instance of why they would want to do a stock sale. A stock sale is a little bit more complex in how you do things, but at the end of the day, it usually benefits the seller from a tax perspective to do a stock sale. But typically, a lot of times you will see those asset sales take place. We can talk more in depth about that, but really at the end of the day, this is a conversation that you want to have with your CPA and with your attorney as well.